It's the flip man. You want some money in your hand? Flipping houses without credit or your cash. Get that bag.
Good afternoon for March 19th, 2025. We're here to talk about real estate investing with a strong emphasis on wholesaling real estate where your cash or credit does not matter. We're here to answer your questions to hopefully get you to the finish line on some deals. Make sure you like this, share it, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We don't ask for much. Probably all of you all that are here, you're already subscribed. So what does that mean? Share it with someone that isn't subscribed, right? That's not aware of this. If this is your first introduction to us or just real estate investing in general, welcome aboard. We would like to know that. If you're joining us, let us know where you are, just to give some context on how far our reach is. Today's topic, how to double close a real estate deal. Very simple topic that a lot of people like to know the answer. Hopefully the thumbnail somewhat creates that thought that, hey, maybe making too much money, which is never the case. But some others may think you're making too much money if you're worried about that. I rarely do, but hey, that's me. I'm a renegade like that. So with that being said, we got our guys here from Tennessee and Florida, and I'm in Alabama. What's happening, guys?
What's up? We're in the building, man. I think the question should be when should you double close? I know you're a renegade, but you know, just because you're a renegade don't mean you won't have some buyers or some sellers that show up to a closing table like, what the hell is this? What's going on?
Yeah.
So I think it's more of a matter of just when, right? And you know, everything is case by case for sure. So it's just a matter of how you're maneuvering, man, in the relationship and the rapport that you have with buyers. Because like you said, you know, there's cases where, you know, there ain't even no thought to it. I mean, I've had buyers where my favorite kind of buyers are buyers that say, hey man, I don't care what you make, as long as the deal makes sense and there's meat on the bone and everybody's making money, we good.
I agree. I concur.
And I put them to the test before. So I'll put them to the test. And the ones that are true to their statement are the ones that definitely will do business over and over and over and over again with you, because you know, hey, if the deals make sense, everybody's making money, we good.
I think most people are reasonable on both sides of it. You're just gonna occasionally have your outliers, just from my experience or whatever. Reasonable with, you know, I guess depending on who's doing the reasoning, but you know what I mean. They understand that you agreed on the amount. They know you're not doing it for free. Buyer knows what he's getting out the deal. Most people are pretty reasonable, but you'll have your outliers that'll trip. I'll put it like this: openly trip. Let me just say that. They may not like it, but they might not just say anything or whatever. So, but openly trip. So, but anyway, only experience I've ever had with that, like just once, a lot of deals closed, is Miss Brown. Do you remember her name? She clowned because we were making more than she was, but the situation was, it took 6 months to close the deal, and my homeboy, the only deal I ever done with him, he was giving her money throughout the entire time, so it was being subtracted each time or whatever. So when we got to closing, she got less than what we got, and she just, this is not fair, Tyrone. I said, Miss Brown, no, you know Eric's been giving you money. And I know, but okay, what are we talking about here? And so the Mr. and blessed rest in peace, Mr. Foster was like, it was like 5. It was after 5. He was already making a special time for us beyond office hours. And I said, well, just go ahead and just give us some of my money, Mr. O'Rourke. He said, no, I can't do that. I have to redo all the paperwork, and we won't close this today. Ms. Brown was not going to leave from there without a check. And so we went ahead and still closed it. Or what she just was open, like I said, openly tripping about it or whatever. She called, she had to say was, Tyrone, give me some of your money. And I would have did it, but she didn't, so I wasn't gonna offer. But I didn't feel bad about it because again, she got all most of her money through that 6 months or whatever. So, but anyway.
All right. Well, everybody is speaking. Got what to say? Rocking Robin says she's tuning from the DMV.
Oh, that's what's up.
The homie Ron is in Kansas City, Missouri, the 816. Stephen Vavon is coming from Philly. They just won the national championship or the Super Bowl. Vincent Lilly.
Like 10 months ago?
Oh, I didn't hear you.
Wasn't that like 10 months ago? Why we still talking
about you hating on Philly? Come on, man.
Actually,
they got a whole year to celebrate that. You know what I'm saying?
Barely been a month.
Go ahead. Oh,
yeah, you know, they got to celebrate.
Come on, man. Larry Lamar, New York, New Jersey. What's up, fellas? What's up? Neighborhood athletes, Omaha in this thing. What up, gods? Jay. Let's see here.
Some of these are new. Huh?
Who said when I?
Some of these look new.
Yeah, they new. Yeah, like
Rockin' Robin. Yeah.
A lot of new people.
Yeah.
So, which brings me to my question, and I know you're probably going to talk about it during the session where you're talking about the topic, but defining the difference between a regular transaction when you're in the closing office and the double closing. But you're going to explain that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you're not doing a double close.
Yeah, assignment.
People that's just joining us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this assignment of contract.
I know it's not, but these terms sometimes, if somebody is new, they don't know those terms.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's what I say. For people that are new, because it seems like a lot of new people on here. So I'm not saying that they don't know, but be good.
Well, you know.
Willie Burner, Iowa in the house. Rockin' Robin would like to, well, she's actually make a statement. She said, you set the closings up separately, not at the same table. You just have to make sure you have transactional funding in escrow.
It's at the same table with me. It's at the same table.
So you don't mind the seller knowing how much you're making, yeah?
What I'm saying is with double closing, it's just two different paperwork. So the sellers is in the room and the buyers are in the room, and I just have two different paperwork I'm signing off on. That's all.
I wouldn't see the reason to even do it then.
No, because the reason to do it is to make sure that the paperwork itself don't show the assignment on it. That's all.
Oh.
Everybody do things differently, man.
Yeah.
I just trip with what's on paper. Who's the closing doesn't matter.
The seller, I can't control on how they're going to react as far as how much money is going to be I'm going to make or whatever. But I think they're easy. Well, I don't know, but it's just to me they getting what we said you were going to get.
Right. Yeah, they're getting what they want.
And then the buyer, I definitely can handle that side of it. We're not going to do business no more. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do business with somebody that don't want me to make the money. Did the number work for you?
And that's the thing, though. Only when I had a double close was when it was an uncertainty about the buyer, and then the buyer was like, "Hey, man, you ain't ever had to do all that. You good? I mean, whatever."
But again, I'm mobile. I want the deal to close. Forget about how my feelings. I want the deal to close. So whatever it takes. Trust me, Tyrone is flexible. I'm just giving you the option to make it happen. You know what I'm saying? So,
but it's probably been about 3 or 4 times that I had to do a double closing, just because I was unsure of a buyer or I was unsure about the seller. But overall, though, like this. And here's the thing: consistency and rapport with the title company or closing attorney is key as well, because they'll know how to facilitate the closing accordingly. So that's also good as well. And then here's the thing: in the state of in Louisiana, you not have to disclose as far as what you're making. So the title company will mention it will show up on the HUD anyways. But there's a law that's being passed where you have to tell a seller that you're signing it or wholesaling it.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that's how it is in the state of Louisiana. What's going on with the LT?
Yeah, Lamarius saying, "What's up, Chevy?" The artist Frida. It's my first time seeing her. Hello from Dallas. Vince, he's always here. Chev, did your daughter get that kite to fly, bruh?
Oh, the kite. Yeah, the kite situation was good. Then we went to the park, and we're at the park, and then my 2-year-old, she had the kite, and we're on the field, the football field, and she's fighting me for the kite, and she like, give me, and I let her take the kite, man, and that kite flew off. She let go of it, it flew off, and it was in the tree, and I recorded it, and I sent it to my wife, and I'm right, R.I.P. to the kite. That kite was just swinging up and down, and she's like, where is it? I'm like, look at what you did. And she had that face like, come on, daddy. I'm telling you, look at what I did.
She got it worked out.
So your 8-year-old wasn't mad because she let the kite go?
Nah, man, she was good. I mean, she got an attention span of like a rodent. Like she was happy for 1 second, and then she just forgot about it.
It was over with anyway, so yeah.
Just forgot about it. Like whatever.
Sound like they had fun though.
Oh yeah, they definitely had fun. And then my 2-year-old, she did a whole lap around the track, man. I think she's gonna be a track star.
Come on, man.
A whole lap.
Steven is saying that you are a hater. He's from Philly, so you ain't doing it like that, man. We don't let y'all celebrate. We don't let y'all.
No, I am a hater. I am. I'm the biggest hater.
Did your team make it to the playoff?
Oh, the Giants didn't even make it to win anything. So yeah, I know.
Oh, misery.
Rocket Rob said, I'm not new. Well, I'm not suggesting that everybody is new. I'm just saying there's some people that are on here that they are new.
Yeah, Robin, we just didn't recognize the name. That's all.
Right, uses you. It used to be Robin Taylor. Okay. And she's saying she doesn't do that. I guess what you was explaining, how you're closing your deal.
Yeah, she's saying she do 2 separate time frames and all that. Yeah. But like I said, I only do it if it called for it, for sure. So yeah.
Gemini Ways, I just got a reply. They want to include a foundation report. Should I consider this when I kiss it, or just send the kiss offer based on the tier? And thanks.
It won't matter. It'll come out. That's just standard paperwork. We're going to send you all type of disclosures. That's no big deal.
Unless they want you to pay for it.
Yeah, that is different.
Neighborhood athletes, welcome to the live. It's my first time seeing you here. What do the conversations look like when finding the right title company?
Ideally, to make them to ease that burden because of social media. If you just were forced to find a title company, and what I mean by that, you have a seller and a buyer on the contract, and the buyer might be brand new, maybe his first time doing a deal or whatever, so they don't know. Then I would turn to social media, just join some of the Facebook groups in that particular market and just ask who's wholesaler friendly. It's that simple. And then the other thing is that what I was about to say, you can definitely I don't promote it enough. The Facebook group that we have, you can ask in there. I don't know how active people are right now, but you can definitely ask the same question in there. So, but that's a simple way of just going by it to find someone that's wholesaler friendly, just a referral. But ideally, assuming it's a seasoned buyer, I don't even worry about a title company until that's in place, because you could do all that leg work, have a title company involved or a closing attorney involved, and you say, well, you know, we already got the title at such and such, and he'd be like, I don't have a relationship with them,
right?
And it could be a deal breaker for him. You know,
Yeah,
so I'm not going to allow that to be a deal breaker. I'll
yeah.
just educate that title company or that close attorney on what needs to happen. And normally the buyer, if he wants it, he'll make it. Even if they don't get it, he'll be like, he'll make that happen.
Yeah.
And
And
he's
especially when you're doing virtual, one of the things that you guys have to understand is that whenever it's a deal, right? Whenever it's a deal, typically a deal, it doesn't last. And then the other part to it is a buyer on their end, they'll do everything to close that deal. So they'll come with their own title attorney. They'll come with, hey, how much earnest money you need? What do you need to stop marketing this? All of that. So a buyer knows the deal and they'll do anything to close it for sure. So yeah.
Neighborhood athletes had a follow-up. I'm sure this would be resolved, like you said, because the buyer is using their own title company, but he's asking, some title companies in Omaha seem not to work with those who assign contract or create terms.
Yeah, that's a lot of title companies. That's why
Yeah, and sometimes it's just simple who you get on the phone, right? They may do it every day, and the person you get on the phone have no clue. And when you ask them the question, no, we don't do that.
Yep.
You know, so again, it ain't really nothing to worry about. If you got a seller in the contract, a buyer in the contract, you can get your deal closed.
Yep.
Don't even worry about that part of it. It's
Denise
important,
Williams,
but trust me, you can get your deal closed.
Oh, for sure. Denise Williams, a DFW here. Got a lot of people from DFW.
Yeah, in the building.
Jam It Always. I like the screen name. It reminds me of the Jackson 5. It's Rockin' Robin. Okay. Lamarius, he's saying
always.
Chillin said attempting to double close a deal in West Virginia right now, but the title company won't allow double closing. So I just did a regular assignment of contract.
Simple and easy.
Yeah. Like I just said,
congrats on the deal,
deal closed. Yeah, try to pick up the check, man.
Vince is suggesting that you get your daughter a drone.
Oh, I had a drone too. That got jacked up.
Yeah, no more.
That's on the roof of the neighbors.
Yeah, sounded good at the time. Yeah.
The artist Frida, she wants to know, is there an opportunity to make more at a double closing, or is it just a matter of choice?
It's choice. I don't know if it's more. You're gonna actually lose a little money because it's gonna cost more in most cases.
Yeah, it's the double close is just so there is no misunderstanding or nobody don't have no blow ups.
Yeah, you read in the room, basically. It's not a read in the room. Yeah. Some people just do it all the time, so it ain't even no question. They always do it, right? So,
yeah.
You know.
Vincent has a property he wants to get comped. This is in New Jersey. Says he might have another one after this.
Like that's his neck of the wood for sure.
Jersey. I want to do a deal. I want to do a deal in Jersey, man.
Yeah, they like the lady that turned me on the land when we were getting on the other day. That's why I was talking to. That's why it took a second. She was calling me because she's rarely done assignments, and she was wanting my opinion on what does this mean. She had a deal where somebody was assigning it to her, and she had a builder, and the builder already didn't care what she made on it or whatever. And she was like, "Is this right?" Well, you know. So anyway, I was just explaining it to her or whatever. But she always does those closings. So.
So 5588888.
One photo, I like that. Low views.
Onesie.
Or onesie, one and low views. That's automatic.
Automatic.
Those are the easy ones.
The easy ones.
And what he's asking is, should I proceed with this when using the KISS protocol? Should we worry about comps?
No. So that. What's the amount? Let's see what the amount would be. Hit the plus sign.
I got you. Hit the plus sign.
Create offer. Our offer is, what is that, three, what is it?
335 too.
Yeah,
That's
rip it. Yeah, let's get it.
it.
The numbers are the numbers.
Man, these transitions be so smooth.
Hey, at some point you won't even think about it anymore.
Right.
You'll be so used to it, you won't even think about it anymore.
I was doing something in Word documents, and like whenever I download something, it's automatic. I don't got to really search for it or nothing like that. I'm like, yo, that is crazy. I don't
Now,
got.
let me say this: any new laptop would have performed like it's performing now.
Oh, okay.
Even a $300 laptop would have.
Yeah.
The problem is a year.
Overtime.
You know what I'm saying? A year from now. Yeah, any
Yeah.
laptop you'd have bought brand new would have been performing like this or whatever. But the problem is a year from now.
I'm trying to think. How old was my laptop? I had bought that laptop 3 years ago.
Oh, that's
Yeah, Windows, you probably need to replace it after 3-4 years. Larry Lamar suggests for everybody to hit that like button because it costs you nothing, and this is free life-changing game. And
Appreciate
I totally
that,
Larry.
Larry, you're a prophet.
Yeah, absolutely. The one and only. Welcome to the live. My first time seeing you. Good afternoon, my brothers. Are you guys comping? Tuning in from Cleveland, Ohio, home of the Bone Thugs and Harmony, right? They're from Ohio, right?
Who?
Bone, you know.
East 99.
Yeah. All right. Rock and Robinson, that's a nickname from childhood.
What's happening?
Lionel D. Hey, Flip, this is Lionel. Did the comps on that property work that I emailed you?
I thought I replied back, Lionel. Thought I replied back.
Have Dolo, what's up? Hey, have Dolo.
If I didn't, just send it back over again.
And Gemini Ways wants you to know that what's behind the name Gemini Ways. I'm like Ty, got a song in my head all the time. Okay. So we answered this question. Okay, Vincent has another property in Teaneck, New Jersey.
Yeah, North Jersey.
He had said something about doing a Chevy. Let's do a multifamily. So I'm wondering, is this the multifamily that he's talking about?
Oh, I'm hoping we got some land. Hoping somebody put up some land. The land portal has added comps into their tool now. MLS comps actually. So that's some powerful stuff.
Powerful.
Hopefully I can demo that later on.
Okay, so this one is listed 569. See, been on market over 200 days.
They still there now.
Yeah. Same thing with this.
Yeah, gonna be about the same.
Yeah. Not the same. Just like that. 323.
All right. It's 323. Dennis Williams wants to know, do you partner on industrial buildings?
I've never done one of those before, but I understand how to underwrite, as they say, or evaluate one. So yeah, find the right opportunity.
All right. And yeah, we are zomping today. Have Dolo. Yeah, we talked about that. And then Lionel D. I guess he's talking about the property he sent to you. Ty said it is 1804 Mabel Butler. I guess the one he sent you an email about. All right, Rock and Robin, you have to be able to discern whether you need to do a double closing by the report you've built with the seller.
Read the room.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, she asked that twice, so she really wants to know that. The Real Terry, welcome back. Only I would go to sign up for FNPN and forget to transfer funds to pay for it. I'll be back in a minute. What is that?
That's the school community.
FMNP.
FM.
Marriage Partnership Network.
Oh, she uses the initials. Okay.
Yeah, let's do it now. Come on now.
Lamarius Thomas, Chevy. So you got a new computer? You team MacBook, work with Squad. You notice how the camera is showing him a pristine Disney Channel, 4K, 8K. Okay, come on now.
I got used to it now.
Oh,
It was obvious the first day, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Got used to it now. I don't know no dark skinned Chevy no more. I don't know this one. I don't remember the previous gentleman.
Man, my skin came in lighter and everything, huh?
Man.
Right, that's why I've been drinking a lot of water.
Right. Gemini Waves. I looked at one today. Everything has been refreshed except the bathrooms, which I guess 2 bathrooms. I'm thinking about those are okay to target with KISS as long as there's some areas that need improvement. Correct?
Offers are free.
All right. So Lamar's is saying that he has some land that he needs to get comped, actually. So go ahead and put the address in and we can pull land portal up and look up the values. So let me ask you something before you do it. Is it pulling it from Zillow? Is it putting from records? Like, how is it pulling it? I guess you can go over there when you're going over it.
MLS.
Okay, nice.
And public record too, but yeah.
Just like PropStream.
See.
All right, making those offers right now. Denise Williams, do I email that info for the industrial building?
See.
All right.
Let me put the thing up.
All right. So Lamarius has a property. I'm assuming it's land, but this is in Scranton, Philly. No, Pennsylvania. Not Philadelphia. It's Pennsylvania.
Ooh. All right, you got the address?
Yes, it is 1206 Prescott with 2 T's Avenue.
So what's the address?
It's 1206 Prescott Avenue. Yep. And that's in Scranton, PA.
Oh, I spelled it right. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was shooting in the dark.
Yeah, that's land. 1900.
1900, man.
All right.
Let's see if it even pull anything on this here. Let's see. Let me look at it first. Well, I guess I look at it once. What am I doing?
Lamar said he's been telling you to get a Mac for 5 years.
Yeah. LT is a homie, man. Yeah, he's been telling me.
Okay.
He done put me on a lot of different games, man. Like my man is low key like genius, where like the unknown of the unknown that just tear up shit. That's him, for sure.
That's what's up.
That's what's happening. All right, so.
He used to come to the house and get that work in that pool though. He used to.
Okay. Really?
Yeah, he used to come through it. I don't know. I think it was like tied up though. But he used to come to the house and we used to play some pool and everything like that. Go back and forth. Pool, football. Man, we did a lot. We did a lot when I was back in Louisiana for sure. That's the homie right there.
Louisiana.
LA.
He need to come out to Florida to come see me though.
I hear of invitation. I see Chevy.
Oh, he always got that.
Okay.
See if we can pull anything here. I'm maneuvering. They just released this the other day, so
Okay.
if I'm a little what's the name green here,
1206.
forgive me, sire.
You see, I had to stop myself when I was talking smack. Yeah. It's tied up. We had a tie. We had a tie.
Oh, it pulled a bunch of results. That ain't what I want though. We want to do. Let's do in the last 90 days. See what I have. Only two. Let's do the last 12 months. There we go. All right. So we see 82,000. Well, wait a minute. What was our size? It was 87.12. So this is more in line. So that sold for 82. That was really small. That sold for 27.5. And that sold for, this is all over the place. And that sold for 55. Right? So we got 55. I'm using, well, really we got 27. And we got 82. I'm definitely throwing out the 82. So we got this one that sold at 18. Ideally, these are sort of all over the place, and maybe I need to go back a little further in time. But this is enough for what we need to do. I think if you could probably sell it for 20, based on what we're seeing here, and so I would ideally want to get it for 10 or less. Ideally,
What the land?
the lot is just a small lot. It's
Well, they got it on Zillow for
$1,900.
No. That's the value that Zillow's putting on. It's off market.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that they
So
probably
it's landed right there at 9,500 an acre.
Yeah, they probably doing, that's probably the assessed value is what by the count is what Zillow is pulling here. So
Oh man, I would hit him with the Zillow said. The
well,
land.
yeah. Well, I'm glad I pulled that back up because you're right. Hit them with that. I said 10 or below. So hit them. Sorry, what did I say? Would you consider? Well, let me do this. Let me make sure first. Hold on a second. Before I say that, let me just make sure what the assess says because he said that ain't what my tax card say. That ain't what my tax card say. Let me see. Where's New Jersey up here, guys? There it is. A little slither there. Okay. A lot of people in that slither though.
It's in Pennsylvania though.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought he said. Oh. My bad. I'm still thinking about your deal.
Oh, the T-neck one? Yeah, it's in Pennsylvania.
No, I'm still thinking about your deal. Come on. Well, let me pull up props.
So let me ask you, I know they just got it started, Ty, but it doesn't show the average.
The price per acre.
Yeah.
When they sent it over to let, I guess, me and others look at it the other day,
Yeah.
I sent them back a video, let them know that's some good info, but it'd be nice if they had price per acre in there and also, just average sold price, and, things of that nature. So like some of the way the Zomps panel is. And, they said they thought it was a good idea. They definitely going to get that in motion with their developers. So.
Well, that's good that they listening to, the user, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, they good at that. They good at listen to the user. So what was I looking up? I was looking up the assess value. Yeah, the assess value is 1,900. That's what Zillow is getting it from. So that's where you'll start at. Start there. Start there, sire.
So what? All you have to do is be like, hey, would you take what the city says worth?
Yeah. I like that even better.
That's it.
I'm just going by what the city say, man. I'll pay you about $100 more than that. You'll take $2,000. What you want me to do?
500 more than that. Okay.
My man is great at building rapport, man. So I'm sure he's gonna get it locked up for sure.
And will you take payments over time?
Yeah. Hey, Hey,
Hey,
when you take
we say 100,
100 payments at $19 a month,
Okay. Okay.
I think that equals 1,900.
Oh man.
Let's
Hey,
see.
you get behind on them payments. Hey, this is short sales. Oh, hey, a short sale on $19 a month payments, man.
Oh man.
That'll be powerful.
Gemini Ways wants to know, when a seller has upgraded the fence and roof, for example, should I skip those for KISS? The agent wrote back to inform me it was an insult to make my KISS offer. Do items like that make a difference?
Offers are free. That's all I'm gonna say. Just it's a numbers game. You never know what response you're gonna get from who you get it from. You just gotta keep on making offers. But roof make a difference. Fence don't, but roof definitely does for sure.
All right. And then Lamarius Thomas is saying, I see Chevy like to lie. Left my ass off. Oh, okay. I accept. Okay. So basically, did he beat you?
Back and forth.
Michael Gooseby has a property is in Atlanta, Georgia. And
Hey Michael, man, holler at me, man. If you're out there in Atlanta, I got like 3 or 4 properties that we need to get some boots on the ground for sure.
BOGs.
All righty. You mean Mike, the millionaire maker?
No, I'm the dude that just said that's
Michael. Okay.
That's a zip code.
All right.
Yeah, that's a zip code.
Michael Gooseby. They put you on the screen.
The onesie. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Only problem though, look at those views though. Ain't bad, but if they drop it a little bit, I would still make an offer though.
Yeah, they'll probably move it like around 150.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying they'll probably get moved at 150 for sure.
So, because for that area, right at 250 to 300 for that area. So.
Yeah, but you can make your offer to be what 102.50, 102.
It's
102 500.
145.
Wait a minute.
No, I have the wrong one.
I believe you do.
I think I have the wrong one. Let me see. I didn't. Which one was it?
That one actually was
I added it.
992 DeSoto.
Yeah, I don't think you added it.
Say I added it.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to go down. That's what it is. There it is right here. Okay. All right, my bad. Here we go. 102.5. 102.5.
Hey, I can do some easy math.
Yeah. 102.5. But yeah, that's a hot area. So that's one of the areas that I took the Zillow. Took the Zillow, looked up the activities, see where it's on the lower end, put it in the investor base, see the buying activities. We had like over the year, like about 180 buyers. Just buying on average at 135 to 175, and then yeah, man, I did like what 3? Now I did like 4,500, and then today I did like 3,500 and another zip code next to it. So yeah, and then like the first text that we send out, guess what the reply was?
F off.
Yes, it was. I started rolling, boy. But we got a couple yeses out of it though, so we're gonna set up some appointments and everything. See what's up. So
Morris is saying that he's gonna pull up right after this deal closes.
Hey man, good luck with that, brother. Let's get it.
All right, and Lionel D has a property he wants to get comped in Detroit for 8,227.
what they call it, D-Town? Is that the name for it?
Detroit. Yeah, D-Town, the Motor City.
Motor City.
Home of BMF.
Home of what the boy name used to be when I was in college. I could let me look that up. That's gonna
That this
bother.
one is off market.
But they weren't from Detroit. They were from let me see what them boys were from.
Mm.
I thought they were from
Are we
Detroit.
talking about this one right here?
Yes.
That thing look rough. But that's what you want, though. It's the ugliest house on the block.
The ugliest. You the ugliest. You so ugly.
Oh yeah.
You sure is. Oh, they were from Flint, Michigan.
All right.
The Dayton family. They were from Flint, Michigan. One photo. We love those. It's a foreclosure. Ain't it? I'm just not on the market, is it?
Yeah, it's off market.
Yeah.
So estimate is at 91.7. All right, then we're gonna go. Let's see what Redfin is talking about. So that's Zillow. Realtor is at 92. And then Redfin is at 72. So safe to say it's 80,000. That's because of the 72. So let's just say 80,000 is the average. So at 80, what's the seller asking? But if we're around
What's the address?
15729 Ferguson Street.
15729 Ferguson Street.
Yeah, Lionel, dude, what's the seller asking?
15.
So we're around 32 based on KISS.
What is it again?
Detroit.
I was trying to see what buyers were paying in the area, but that's.
Oh yeah, that part. You're right.
What was the address again?
15729 Ferguson. And the zip is Detroit, Michigan 48227.
Just a real quick snap on it, guys. Ooh, it's a ton of activity there. Looks like.
Yeah, 32 will get it done.
Oh, definitely get it done.
Oh yeah.
What the seller want?
We don't know.
Oh yeah, these boys. Oh yeah, that'll be a.
They're not playing out there.
Yeah.
That's the ugliest one on the block. Oh yeah, you'd be good to go.
Oh yeah. Oh, that'd be real nice. Let me just show this real quick. I ain't gonna. Let me say. You know what? Let's just do this. I'll just show it. YouTube disclaimer: we're not providing customers information, but we're trying to help people make money to keep them out of other people's windows. So here we go. So yeah. So look at all that activity within a mile, within a year. It's saying the average, you have to dive deeper, but it says the average flippers are paying 61 and landlords paying 64.
So that's a solid area for Detroit.
Yes, sir.
Especially at 103.
Yeah, that's 103 results there. Yeah.
And within that 103, you're gonna have like repeated buyers.
Oh yeah. So when you download, you want to sort by name to see how active a buyer is. If you want me to show you that, I'll show you now. Well, I'll have to script trace the number. Well, I think I could download this without the phone number, so let's do that. All right, so let's say we'll do that. Did I do that? All right, and let me go to Sheets and folder, upload. drag it down. Then I go here, I'm going to sort data, do the advanced, and we want to do the first name. So yeah, so once you sort it like this, you just look for the names twice, like down here, Detroit Investment 2020, they bought 3 in here. Who else is doubled up in here or tripled up? Nobody up here at the top. Let's see. Oh, these boys down here doing their thing. That's within a year. Just in that mile radius, these boys done bought 5 JHJ investment properties. Definitely want to get down with them. Look at these boys right here. Pinewood 1515 limited partnership have bought 6 in the last year and within a mile of that property. What else? Oh, well, we don't count the city of Detroit. They doing their thing. But yeah, so now all of these appear to be active, but those are going to be the 3 most active for sure. Those 3 buys right there could make you 6 figures probably next in 2025. Just those 3 buyers right there, making a relationship with them or whatever. So that's the power if you text BOSS to 205-964-5243. Or you can text feed to the same number and get the same results. To access that type of data, I could have skipped trace for phone numbers, but for the sake of wanting to keep the channel, we didn't.
Oh, and then inside of the software, you don't even have to download it. It's going to tell you how many times that LLC actually bought properties.
Okay, I hadn't paid attention to that. Boom, that's some good stuff.
You go back to it real quick so I can show you.
All right, where are we, Sai? Let me remove this banner. Where should I go, Sai? Yeah.
No, over where you see the fire at, right there, where it say 3.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's showing how many times they done made purchases, man.
Nice.
Yeah.
So they're the hottest one. Those are the ones I named out, JHJ, and then what was the other one? Oh, we got to scroll down and see the other ones. And that was JSJ. City. Well, we ain't gonna count the city. Who else? That's city again.
See if you could sort it. See if you could sort it up to the right where it say sort.
Sort by flipper square feet. Let's do it by smart match. Let's see. All right. I won't do it that way. There it is. Detroit investment. They bought 2. That's the JLJ people again. City of what's the name? Of Detroit. See what else?
2 with the active buying activities.
Okay.
So yeah.
Seemed like we had another one, but that's fine though. Oh, there we go. Pinewood. I knew we had them.
Okay.
So Pinewood, and then these boys here done bought 2.
Yeah.
There you go, man.
Boom.
Hey, that is so much information, and the way data has been collected and manipulated to help you succeed. You gotta have it, man. You gotta have it. That's one of the other things we'll help with in the group. Somebody got a property, I'll either throw up a screenshot to show you the buyer activity in there, or you just get your own rig. You're over the road by yourself. That's your own trucking company. You just need something to hitch to and haul it. So there you go.
Lamarius has another property. He wants to get comp. This is in Nipoma, California, 93444, 840 South Oak Glen Avenue.
I live on South Oak Glen.
And I did want to let you know, Chevy, that Michael Gooseby says send him the information about the Atlanta properties that you were mentioning.
Yeah, just text me your number.
Text me and I'll text you back.
You know what happened to the it says showed the labels. Did they StreamYard take that off? You know,
Oh no. Since I've been throwing those banners up there.
it takes it off. Oh, okay.
Oh, that was Lando, Todd. That's for you.
Oh, it is? Okay. Okay. What's the address again?
It is 840 South Oak Glen. One word.
840
Yeah, South
Oak
Oak Glen Avenue.
Avenue.
Yeah. That is
And
in
where?
Nipoma, California. It's spelled Nipomo. Cali.
It didn't like that address.
That didn't come up. Lamarius. Let's see
Let me Google it really quick. So Googling said it's in that town. Let's see. What's the name? Didn't like it. That's fine. We'll backdoor it another way. Let me see. Let me just copy it all. We put it in here. Paste it. It must be the same area. I wonder if it's the same thing. You know, you see how this map zooms in like that? That's a Google Maps thing.
Okay.
You know, they stole this from a company, and this company sued them and lost.
And lost? Wow.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying. Let me see if it's the same zip code.
Google got that long one in there, so.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
If you don't believe it, they'll show you.
They'll show you.
Let me see. Is that the same zip here? Wait, where was it? 93444. I'm just making sure before I go down this rabbit hole here. No, it's not. All right, so let me put it into what's the name? And
he's saying that is the property. Lamarius is saying.
oh, it is. Okay, so it is that. Okay, cool. All right. So let's do this. Let's zoom out. Let's go out a little bit. Let's see what we can pull. Is this a commercial property? Let me see.
Like it's near an expressway or something, a highway.
It says mobile home. Okay, interesting. All right, cool. That'll work. So now let me do my filter. Bear with me on this, guys, a little bit. They move some stuff around. I need to draw the area first, I think. Let's see, yeah. So I'm just gonna draw, I'm gonna keep it on this side of the street. I can draw a pretty big area, but you know, ideally I'm trying to stay rather close, but we'll see. It might not be big enough. All right, so now let me see if my MLS will open up. So vacant lots. So sold property type land, and how big was it? Oh, it's almost 3 acres. 3 acres. So we're gonna do let's do the lot size. Where's my acres? So we're gonna do we're gonna say 4 acres, right? And let me see how much it pulls in that. May not pull in, I didn't think it would. Okay. So let me go out. Let me key out this. Bear with me. Hold your houses. Let me draw a larger area in here. because we can do that with land. So let's do this. I'm gonna try to stay on this side or whatever this is. Go back and go up. Go up here like this. See if it pulls anything now. So vacant lots. Not I'll go to Zillow. I can move faster than that. So 2 to 4. Sold land. That should do it. Okay, there we go. We got some
28.
properties now. Oh my. All right. So yeah, if I had that price per acre, it makes it easy for me just to calculate in my head faster. But and then if I deselected some, and then if it could like show what I have, then it will just average it out, right? So that's definitely something they need to add to make it easier. But I like the activity level in here for sure. I guess I should have put a time frame on it. Let me see if I can do that. Let me put a time frame on it. So sold in the last 12 months. So we don't have any in the last 12 months, last 24 months. So we only have 3. So we'll do that then. All right. So this sold back in 2023, a similar size. It sold for 253. Then you got this one. I think this one here is an outlier. So just using both of these. So just using this as a reference and then this as an actual reference. So I'm just going to use a number about 250, right? So from that, you're going to do the math. Ideally, I'm trying to be at half that number, 125, at half that number, if possible, right? But you got room to go because you're talking $125,000 spread, but you still want to be cheap enough where you can sell yours under the market and move it quicker. Is ideally. So I'm going to start at 125 and be willing to go up to probably 175 so I can put it back on the market for 200, maybe 225, somewhere in there. There you go. G.I. Joe.
All right. Next one comes from, because the one and only, he has told me that he doesn't want to do that address for whatever reason. So we're not going to do it. Phil W wants to know, Flipman and Chevy, what are y'all cold call scripts when calling a pre-foreclosure deal? Is it normal? Is it just a normal conversation, or do you mention the foreclosure issue?
Pre-foreclosures. Whenever I call pre-foreclosure, I just tell them that I specialize in helping people with that are going through certain situations with the banks. So that's normally how I start off.
But you don't mention the foreclosure?
No, I don't mention no foreclosure. I just say I specialize in helping people with certain situations, going through certain situations with the bank. Mm-hmm. So yeah, so that's how I start, and I open up the conversation. Either they get defensive and say, "Oh, I'm good, I don't need no help," or they say, "Okay, tell me more. What do you mean by that?" And then you go into saying, "Hey, look, I'm calling about 123 Main Street. Came across my desk, and I just wanted to reach out just to see how can we be of assistance and offer you some options. I'm not a realtor. I'm just an investor, and this is what we do. So are you open to taking an offer on the property?" This is a regular conversation.
Are you open for help?
Yeah, it's a regular conversation.
Vincent Lilly wants to know, has anyone made offers through Open Door?
No. I feel like there's so many different avenues in real estate where we're definitely leaving money on the table, man. Oh, yeah. There's so many different, just different ways. There's different ways to maneuver. Like, it's crazy. Crazy.
And Lionel was saying that he told her $20K, but I will get back to her about that offer. Was that the one in Detroit? That
Oh
was
yeah,
Detroit. That was Detroit.
wasn't it? Yeah, that was Detroit, right?
Detroit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Property. And Magic Maine, welcome to the live. Said 5-5. Denise Williams said, "Host, what state are you all located in, if I may inquire?" I'll go first. I'm from Tennessee, home of Glorilla, the best barbecue, Memphis, Tennessee, where you the best barbecue in the world. And what's his name? BB King. What's the other guy? Elvis. All those.
Wait, so that's what Tennessee is about. Memphis is about now. Glorilla. There's
Yeah,
nobody.
oh, yeah, we love Glorilla. What you talking about?
Hey,
What
man,
you talking about? We love Glow.
got it. You got it.
What you talking about? 8-ball MJG. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You got it. You got it. You got it.
come on, man.
No
Well, go
problem.
ahead.
Dun, 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 dun.
No problem. My wife was listening to Glorilla like a month or two ago, and I'm hearing it. I'm like, "Dude, what the hell is this?" And oh yeah, that's that Memphis shit. Okay, all right, okay.
But she wants to know where y'all from.
I'm in Tampa, Florida, and actually I'm out on the outskirts of Tampa. And so I've only been here for like 3 years and everything like that. But I do a lot of business nationwide, so we virtual everywhere. I don't know what Tampa is known for. I haven't fallen in love with the city. I know Tom Brady came here for a minute. I don't know if it's still here or not. That's really. I'm trying to think. What else is Tampa known for? The Buccaneers.
Buccaneers. Yeah.
I'm not that vested in the city. Mm-hmm. Maybe that's why I ain't doing no deals in Florida, man. There's some bull. You know what? I can't get your channel canceled, Ty. I haven't invested in Florida like that. I need to know. I haven't really invested in Florida at all.
And what is Birmingham known for?
The ham, Bama, everything.
Well, since I've been here, I guess before I was, I don't know what it would be known for. I guess Magic City Classic. It's called the Magic City because of the steel industry. There used to be booming here. It still exists, but not like what it was. Obviously, we're only 45 minutes from the University of Alabama. You can also imagine you're crazy about football here. Like, just you can't even wrap your mind around it. I don't know. Other than that, I cannot tell you anything beyond that, Saya.
Now, Too Short is not from Birmingham. You just say he came through there.
I know. One of his raps, the lyric just say, I did a show in Birmingham, Alabama.
Okay.
Took an airplane to Atlanta. Heard about the Freaknik.
He from California. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, but he lived in Atlanta. Probably somebody can verify this. Probably about 15 years at one point, from the 90s to the early 2000s or whatever. So,
I lived in Memphis for a year. That's how I met my wife.
Yeah.
That's probably the only good thing I like about Memphis.
M-Town, stand up.
I love Memphis. I was born here, so I love it.
Yeah.
Even the crime. Okay.
That's the only thing. Dude,
so don't say.
We were staying off of what's that? We was over there off of Germantown Highway or something like that. It was
Parkway. It's Germantown Parkway. Yeah.
It was right on Germantown Parkway. In these apartments called Cypress Apartments or something like that. Okay. And it was like every other day, every other night, there was like shootings going on over there, man.
Yeah, but we got other things that we're known for other than the shooting and stuff. That's just what's on the news. There's plenty of positive things going on in Memphis and Nashville. Okay.
Any you touch down in any city of decent size,
yes,
and you watch the local news, the first 5 minutes are gonna be that. I don't care where you are, like where you are.
There is crime going on.
Guaranteed.
Yeah.
The news fool you. Okay.
No, I shouldn't be in the habit of saying just my wife, her son as well. So, so here's two things I like about Memphis. Is it?
We are at the half mark. If you want to address the topic.
We're like an hour in. I think there's more than a half.
That's what I mean. You know what I'm talking about.
I think we already talked. We're gonna talk about it again. How to double close a real estate deal. Flip.
I think we can go a little more detailed on it.
Yeah, we'll yeah, definitely. Okay, I know you were saying that we should talk about what's an assignment, how to create an assignment, a contract, all those things. And I think one of the biggest things that you guys have to understand is that whenever you find a property and you put on a contract, you now have equitable interest within that property just based on paper. And you're going to turn around and find an end buyer with actual capital to actually take over and buy your rights and interests. So that's why you're doing an assignment of contract. So you're assigning all the rights and interests that you have in that paperwork to that end buyer. So you're not selling the house, you're just selling the contract, the rights and interests that you have in the contract. So not the house.
Some of y'all know the term drop shipping. It's like you're drop shipping something. You know, but you're actually not moving the house. So you're just standing in the middle of the transaction, you know, where the money is and where it's going. The sellers is where the money is, the buyer is where the money is going. So you're just standing in the middle of that. How that's accomplished is either through one or two ways. Normally is through an assignment of contract, meaning I have a contract with the seller and I'm assigning my rights over to a buyer. Now your fee will be on display on how much you're making, whether that's $1,000 or whether that's $100,000 or $1 million, whatever the number. So they'll be able to see that. So a lot of people will double close to prevent any confusion on your role if you're going about it in that way. And so they'll do a double close. And so some people don't even know what a close is. We just throw that term out there like people know what it is. So whenever a real estate transaction is structured and executed, it's called a closing, or we may say so short for close. So you're going to do two closings. So you and the seller will do it. You will buy it from the seller first. We'll just say at $100,000, and then 2 hours later you sell it to the buyer for $150,000. So that's a $50,000 spread there. All right. So now it's two different closes, so they shouldn't see each other. But Chef says what they actually see. It's just the paperwork they don't see, or whatever. So, but how does that occur? Because the money still has to be supplied at the first closing with the seller. A lot of title companies will allow the buyer to fund that first, to still fund the entire thing. They just want the money there, and they may have the buyer to come in and sign first, fund the deal, and then have you and the seller come in afterwards. And the reason they want to do it that way is to make sure the money's there, because the worst thing you want to happen is the seller signs, you sign, they're waiting on their money, and then the buyer changes their mind. That is terrible, right? So ideally, again, to prevent that, you'll come in, let the buyer come in, sign, fund the deal, and then the seller comes in 2 hours, signs, boom, they just pass out, they can disperse the money. Because if the buyer changes his mind, it's no big deal. If I'm saying before the seller signs, it's no big deal at that point. We just have to figure out another path or whatever. But the worst thing you want to have is the seller to sign, and then it doesn't close because the buyer changed their mind. But that's
I know the obvious answer to that is that the reason behind why it's bad is because you're not actually buying the house.
Well, no, you are, but you're not funding the purchase of the house. Now you have what they call transactional funding, and you can text the word POF, the same company that provides that. They do transactional funding, where you're not using the buyer's money now, but with the transactional lender now, they're still going to have to be very confident that the buyer's going to close because that money is gone. That once the seller get it, you ain't getting it back or whatever. So they're taking the risk in reality. But what they would do, they would just keep the house and then do whatever they go. They'll just liquidate and get their money back over however long it takes or whatever. So they do have an actual asset that they can tap into. I'm sure their paperwork, even though you're signing off as the buyer, I'm sure their paperwork allows them to take possession or quickly foreclose or something like that. I have no idea. So it wouldn't be a issue there. So transactional funding can be used, and or obviously the buyer can fund the actual deal. Now, hopefully I didn't confuse you on that, but that's what we're here for you to, so we can dive deeper with questions. But POF, you get proof of funds there, but also access to a transactional lender.
And the transaction funding is just temporary. That's their like Flip says, is more so a confidence because they want their money back. They turn around, it's immediate.
Less than normally the same day, but definitely within 24 hours.
Yes. So they want their money back ASAP.
So what do they normally do in a situation? Are they putting a lien on the house? Because like you said, you can't get the money back from the...
Hell yeah.
They're putting a lien on it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're putting a lien on it. They're gonna have first lien against the house. So yeah. And knock on wood, we haven't heard any crazy stories about transaction funding. So, that's a good thing for sure. So yeah.
And keep it in mind, you are collecting an earnest money deposit from that buyer, but doesn't secure that they can't change their mind. But
Well, you think about, so in the world of commercial real estate, people will spend $50,000-$100,000 just to see if they don't want it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and literally lose that money.
Lose that instead of millions, yeah.
Instead of $4 million, I'll lose that 100. No, this ain't a good deal, man. We'll lose whatever. So
we'll keep it pushing.
Well, we'll write off from taxes,
And earnest money, when it comes to this wholesale, you were talking about like $5-10 grand.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen some buyers.
I ain't get into it for that.
Some buyers say, "Hey, man, you can keep that. I'm good." I'm good. And then you like, what? You good? Yeah. So, and Robin made a statement saying, "Hey, look, it's just based on rapport and the relationship that you have with sellers." So, and then it brings us to the point where you talk about how we say, "Hey, look, I have a great problem that I think that you can solve. We have more than enough buyers to find a buyer for your property." So, that's also is a good segue to getting into any conversation with a seller, where they understand that, hey, it's not just you that's involved in the transaction. You have buying partners. That's some of the things that I teach my guys is talking about buying partners. Like, hey, somebody asks you, you're a wholesaler, yes, but I also have buying partners. So if I can't bring money to the closing table, I have someone to partner with as well.
Just in case it falls through, you can go back to your list.
You can go back out there and find somebody else. Yeah, 100%. And that's why we also have inspection periods, which is due diligence periods. That's very key when it comes to an agreement also. And this final say so, final walkthrough. I remember one of my first deals that I did it with like a realtor. And the day of closing, I was like, we got to do a final walkthrough of the property. I'm like, huh? Y'all got to do a final walkthrough? Like, yeah, we got to make sure everything is intact the way that it was when we first signed off on the agreement. And that threw me back. I was still green. I was panicking. But it was all good, though.
And Real Talk TV on Instagram is saying, I have a question. Put your question in. That way I can put it on here. Just put whatever the question is, and we'll get it answered for you. Jamit always wanted to know, when you were looking up the investors in Detroit, was that Detroit or Detroit and the surrounding areas where you were looking for buyers? If you remember,
that was Detroit. That was within 1 mile of the subject property.
Yeah, that was within 1 mile and 1 year.
Yeah.
The 64, yeah.
So we can extend that out to 3. It was 103 results. So if we extend that out to 2 or 3 miles and go back 2 years, it'd probably be a couple hundred of them. So and sometimes you do that just anyway because that's really tight for a buying area. Normally they'll extend out a little further than that or whatever. But
and I'm not sure who Michael
thing when you see that much activity within a mile.
I'm not sure who this question was for, but remember he was asking about the Atlanta property. So I don't know if he wanted you to sort it by percentage of ARV for those properties or the buyer. So I don't know, but can you sort by ARV? I guess
you gotta go more deep on that one.
Huh?
What were we doing? Oh, we're talking about an investor base.
Well, we was talking about investor base, but Michael was the one that you're supposed to be sending the Atlanta properties to.
Yeah, we're already talking.
Oh, okay. All right. And can we sort by percentage of ARV and investor base? Todd, do you know?
That's irrelevant.
Yeah, it's just buying activities.
It's you looking for buying activity. ARV really don't even matter in that situation, especially when you got that much activity. If you're trying to wholesale it, because you're seeing what they'll pay. It don't matter what the ARV is. This is what they paying.
But it do show what they sell it back at though, which is
good.
Yeah.
If that's something you may want to do yourself,
yeah.
But for the wholesale, you're trying to negotiate with a seller. I need to know what I can sell it for.
Yep. Because that's
what it's based upon you getting on somebody on the phone. You know what I'm saying? That's first. Like you need to get one of these buyers on the phone. You know what I'm saying? To even show them the deal.
No, I mean,
that won't be no problem. You'll get you fine.
The thing is that with investor base, when you skip the numbers, the buyers, it's actually the buyer's information, like where when you call, they're like, yeah, I'm buying. What you got? What you got? Like it ain't no question. Once you get a hold of them, they're like, yeah, what you got? What's up?
Yep.
Especially like, hey man, I noticed that you bought XYZ property. I'm just seeing if you're still buying in that area. I got something close to it. What you got? Send it to me. Yeah, we good.
And also, Investor Base just added a feature where you can actually post your deals on their website. Once you get access to the thing.
I saw the email on that. I didn't even check it out.
Yeah. I think they did it yesterday.
Okay.
DAC 21 Media. Welcome to the lives. My first time seeing you here. If I decide not to go through with the deal with the realtor, how do I get my earnest money back? He asks, do I?
Well, it depends if you're within your due diligence period or you're not. If you're beyond the due diligence period, that's charge it to the game. In the famous words of Silk to Shaka, charge it to the game.
Charge it to the game, baby. So Real Talk TV did post a question. In the state of Alabama, can you purchase a house or land in the state of Alabama through property tax delinquent?
Well, my understanding of it, and once you get it's in a tax deed state status, you can purchase it with the state. But the way that works is that they put you on I can't even think of what the name of it is. I can look at this site. I can go to Parcel Fair real quick. This is a good tool here. Y'all can tell Tim I sent you. But like in a lot of states, especially in Alabama, they made it very difficult for you to sort through the information. They used to just give you a large booklet with all the and I had thought about this and I just didn't. Number one, I wouldn't, I would have had to hire someone
set it up
to set it up, but he was a programmer and he was an investor. And so he does multiple states. So let's see what states they do now. Tim, he's all over the country now. I guess there's all of them. So Alabama, Arkansas, Arizona, California, Colorado, you can see. I guess everywhere. I'm gonna text it. But anyway, so now you can go in here and you can I don't even know what I want to search for here. Let's see. Vacant land available. let's do Jefferson County. That's where most of the stuff is going to be. And if I do a go here, so all those blue dots, these are actual properties. You can see them over here on the right also. So if I zoom in on one of these, right, and just click on them, see full details. So that's what I think. That's what I have to. That would be the, what do they call that? Here it is. You apply online for the Alabama Department of Revenue to try to purchase this. So when you go over here, you'll get. I'm trying to think of what the name of that term is that they use whenever they send you the CS number is, okay, let me just pull this. Copy. Go here, boom. Yeah, you have to use your CS number. And what did they call it whenever they send you the let me see, describe, county provision, state land commissioner. The name is assessed, sold, funding corp. I can't think of the term, but basically what happens is they're going to send you a notice by email to let you know you can buy this particular property for, I think it's this amount right here, right? This $6,800. And then they're going to give you 10 days to buy it. If you don't, it goes to the next person. So it takes 30 days to go to the next person if somebody doesn't buy. But so you may get on this list, then you'll call them and say, what number am I? Oh, you're number 212. So that's 212 months before they get to you, unless somebody buy it. So that's the thing about it. It's crazy like that in a sense. So now what these I can't even think of the name of his site, but I don't even want to think about how much money they making. But what they do is they basically just bid on everything, right? And so they're in line just on a daily basis. They're getting those emails. And so what they'll do is they'll promote the property for sale as a tax deed, and then they'll offer owner financing in a lot of cases. But what they'll do, so what they may say they want $7,000 down, which covers this, but they asking $20,000 and then finance the rest. And so you have to come in, go to this certain attorney's office, pay him. He do all the paperwork. They pay the state, and then you're starting to pay them each month. That, they do it like that, or they'll just mark it up. They may mark this up to, we'll say 10,000. You come in, boom, you buy it, and this lot is yours or whatever. So I'm talking about just like an amazing operation, dude. Just bog your mind. So anyway, but Tim started this particular site right here, and so it's just a monthly membership. But I'm gonna text him. But I guess they have all the states now. Before they only had maybe like 7 or 8. So it makes it very easy for you to access, and maybe I need to do a new interview with him. Access tax delinquent properties, and again, I based on this list here, I guess it's all the states.
Does every state show the what you need to do to get on the list or something? Or
yeah, each state is different. Some states are a lot easier than others. I think Mississippi is a really easy. I think Georgia's a really easy one. I forget some of the other ones or whatever. I hadn't looked into it a long time, but he and I, he's local here in Birmingham. So and so I'm going to text him. But yeah, I think they have all the states now, according to when I do this search filter here. So I'll verify that, and I'll probably just do it because I hadn't even looked at it in a minute. So
just question: everything that lit up blue is tax delinquent.
They're actually in tax deed status, right? Meaning they went through all the redemption periods where the seller can't come back, right? Mm-hmm. And well, I take that back. As long as no one has purchased it, the seller still can redeem it, even though it's in a tax deed status.
Okay.
Right. Okay. The seller still can redeem, even though they're supposed not to have any redeeming rights after that, the way it was explained to me on that level. Like this one right here is 14,700 or whatever. And so, I'm just looking at lots now. So just keep that in mind.
Right.
And so, but these are in tax deed status. So those ones in the blue, you can do that. Now we have and they just changed it. It used to be just a tax certificate status, then I think a tax lien, then a deed or whatever. But I think they go into tax lien, so it's a little different. But there's tons of still tax deeds available for people to actually purchase or whatever. So now just understand now when you get a tax deed, you have ownership at that point, but you don't have ownership because it's not a warranty deed where a lender will finance it in most cases, from my understanding. So you have to go through what they call a quiet title process. And depending on the state, I guess, I don't know if all states do the same thing, but I think most of them do. It'll take you several $1,000s, maybe 6 months to get a warranty deed. Then once that happens, then you got yourself something or whatever. So assuming the numbers make sense. But like over in this neighborhood here, 14,700. That's why stuff like this just stay available because it just exceeds what makes sense in this particular city, in this particular area of the market, right? Like this tax delinquent was 2013. The year of the sale was 2014, right? And so it probably went tax deed status, I don't know, probably 6 years after that till they got to this point right here. So, but yeah, but I'm gonna text him and hopefully he'll reply back before we get off on how that works. But I didn't know they were doing all the states, man. Tell him I sent you if you go over there.
Denise Williams wants to know, is there still a form to complete when you have a self-storage facility that you want to partner on? If so, where do I get the form filled out?
Yeah, just go to real quick, since you bring it up. All right, just go to Storage Snowball. Storage Snowball. Go to storagesnowball.com. And you can fill out the form and it'll take you there. But just so she asked the question, just go down here to endless opportunities. Click that text and you can submit right here. Self-storage, hotel, motels. And there you go.
All right. And the one and only wants to get this property comped in Amherst, Ohio, 313 Deepwood.
Amherst, Ohio. What is that close to, I wonder? What is Tim's?
Boom, boom, boom.
Are you still sharing, Flip?
Oh yeah, my bad. Let me share mine.
Parcel.
Oh, whoever was putting up that Jersey City one, that one is solid. I don't know why that seller didn't take that offer when you offered it.
That's Desiree Monique.
That's crazy. And wow, that seller is tripping. But then again, Desiree, it's also about rapport. So.
Oh, my bad. Tim Cheek. It's not Cook Cheek. Good afternoon.
Deepwood Lane, Amherst. It's off market. Nice. What's the seller asking for this?
Let me see if you put it on.
What kind of conversation you having with that seller? Zestimate 225. Realtor. That 261. Redfin. That 268. So I would stick with Zillow. That's that seller's go-to at 220 at that seller's go to whenever they want to look, see what's the property valued at for sure. So
all right.
So and at 225. So we want to be around 112 for that one. It all depends on the condition as well. So let's keep that in mind.
And Magic Maine, you put this property in. This is in
Maine.
PA, Pennsylvania. McKeesport is the street. No, I'm sorry, that's the city. 101 Soul Street.
Soul Street.
So
I know you was gonna do that.
Soul Train.
wonder what the Asian lady that used to be on there, where she at now? Somebody great grandmama.
Great. Yeah, that's true.
Has to be.
That's true. 2-1. 23,000 for this.
Ooh, train.
What we got for Realtor? Realtor is at 60.
Realtor don't be playing, do it.
Oh, they don't. And then 32 for Redfin.
I guess we're starting in the middle.
Yeah. So I'll say what's that? 30?
30, yeah.
30,000?
Try to get it for 2 or 3.
2 or 3.
2 or 3. Maybe sell it for 8.
So we have 4,600.
2 or 3.
4,600.
And
And I've had people that like say, hey, can you evaluate this for me? All right, what should I offer? Here's the offer. Ooh, I don't think they're gonna take that. Like they get mad at me for the seller.
Yeah, I think since you bring that up, and a lot of people that don't just making offers with the KISS method, and this for students and non-students, but when you get a counter back, obviously the one that students of mine, they'll ask me what they think, and just using an example, we'll just say they're asking 200,000. You made an offer of 100, and they countered at 190. And they asked me, what should I do? I got a little message here that's going forward for everybody that want to take advantage of this. Use it when I have messages. Try to use different versions of it, please. That I'm referring you to replies back. Thanks for your counter offer. If you don't get the price you want, we'd still be interested at or near our original offer. Please keep us in mind.
Yeah, that's nice and simple.
I know.
Too easy.
Should I go up to 120? No, it ain't gonna matter. Y'all too far apart.
There's too much of a bigger gap.
There's too much apart for now. Just.
But then in case of Desiree,
That's my
she
gut.
made an offer in Jersey City, New Jersey, and the owner. She made an offer.
Let me elaborate on that a little. Let me elaborate on that a little more on why, because I'm just saying to people like, well, why? Okay, so you have to get in the mind of the investor. If they won't accept 190, well, I'm sorry. If the investor will pay 190, if the investor won't pay 190, I'm saying it wrong. If the investor won't pay 200, meaning it's just sitting there, they ain't gonna pay 190 either, right? Ain't no money to be made. You have to. I guess you don't understand what these people are trying to do. They're not spending 6 figures to make $2,000 or $3,000. Would you? No, they trying to probably make. What did you say? You spend 100. You're trying to make probably 50. That's 20% on your money at least. Well, 50% on your money. You're at least trying to. Yeah, you at least 30. All said and done, can I get 30 out this deal?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a long. Now you got to take into consideration. They got to renovate it. They got to pay you. They got to pay the seller. They got to pay the real estate agent. All that money is coming out of their money. So that's why the spread has to be significant, especially when you're targeting something that's already for sale. You haven't done anything. If you get them down from 200 to 190, that's not going to get their attention. But if you get them, if it's advertised on the internet for 200,000, and you call them, say, hey, would you buy a listing if you buy a property if it's already listed? Yeah, I'll take a look at it. What you got? Well, we got this property that we'll let you have it for 120. It's listed for 200. You don't think that'll get their attention? That's an $80,000 spread, but you have it on the contract for $100. Okay, now read my girl question.
Okay, but I wanted to enlarge on what you're saying is because realize that that person is trying to get you up. That's the reason why they're giving you the insults and saying, "Hey, that's a terrible offer." They're trying to get your price up.
That's a terrible way of going about it. Insulting.
But that's what they're doing. They want you to get
like
your number and put.
I want to use the R word, but I like my channel. There's something wrong with these agents, man. Some of the responses you get, it's just
terrible,
amazing, man.
What's the R word?
Well, we're not going to say the R.
I say it. You know what I'm saying? I don't be wanting to offend people. But
Your channel been around for a while, man. We don't.
But I'm saying.
Well, what I'm addressing is when a lot of people say, "Well, should I go up?" So, you know what I'm saying? Because they'll say, "Well, the person's counter offered at 190. Should I go up to?" No, you need to get it at your price.
Yeah, yours ain't gonna make no difference. No. It's not gonna make a difference when you're that far apart. It's not gonna make a difference.
It's not. Now, if it was more so around like 140, 150, now it's closer to.
Yeah, we
now there's room. Yeah, now
a little bit. Yeah, because if they come down from 200 to 150, okay, now I'll send my 120.
That's a $50,000 difference. Yeah,
sure. Now we getting their mind right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'll counter that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I mean, I've had sellers where I'll give an example, like a seller that, let's just say, they originally wanted $165,000 for a house, and I'm like, honestly, I'm at 80, and I'm explaining why I'm at 80 and why it makes sense to be at 80, and they're like, well, can you do 120? So now they done came off like 30, 40,000 off the deal. I'm like, hey, can you meet me at 100? We good now. We good. Just like that. We good.
Yeah.
So yeah. So it's I forgot dude's name. I think his name is Sean Terry. When I first started, I was watching some of the YouTube. We call it bridging the gap. So it's like this bridging the gap between the difference of where the seller is at and where you're at and where the numbers need to be at. So that's how we say, hey, let's just meet halfway.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it's a gap and not ocean though.
Yeah. Like, a ocean is.
Hey, I can't swim. I can walk across a gap. I can't swim.
All
right, so let's get
Desiree. So Desiree has a property she put an offer on.
New Jersey.
The person didn't take the offer, and now she sees it now still at the price she offered, still on the market, and she wants to know should she go back in and offer the same amount.
No, not the same amount because it's just sitting there. No.
Yeah, no. That the sitting there is to your benefit. You got your offer in, right? If they got any sense, we can't control that. We already say the R word needs to be used with a lot of them. The ones that get it and understand, and then it's all about so many other factors that we can't control. But their time is, you have to understand, they have a listing agreement and it runs out, right? So they're not selling it. It'll go off the market and the seller say, hey, I didn't get my number, and some sellers are just not going to move. They're not motivated. So ideally what we're trying to do is find an agent that's motivated. And obviously the seller has to have either at least some motivation or really don't care. Okay, that's fine. To go through it. If it's just sitting there, either there ain't no motivation to sell lower than that. Ain't nothing we can do about that. Ain't nothing I can say or do. Ain't nothing we can do about that. So if it's just sitting there, then that's the purpose of you getting that written offer in front of them. So now they have a paper trail to reach back out to you based on what your number is. That's why that message that we sent over to let them know, hey, when they counter, thanks. If you don't sell it, we'll still be interested at or near our original offer. But you've created the paper trail so they can possibly follow up with you, because in reality, on a lot of these, you're going to be the only person that's made an offer. The market has clearly spoken.
Let's say that the guy's computer blew up or his phone, he dropped it in the ocean, and he don't have your contact information. How would you go back to, or would you go back to the guy?
Well, I ain't gonna know all that. We can't. We can always use
I'm
those.
just saying, like, do you go back to the person? I mean,
Yeah, we can all use a disaster scenario, but not.
but I'm just saying, do you go back to this guy and say he got it listed for the price that you offered?
Oh yeah, if he had to list for the price that you offered, then well, let me just say this: depending on what the numbers still show, right?
Okay.
If people still ain't biting on it, it's still my offer still wasn't low enough. So you're gonna make another offer based on they still can't sell it because now our offers are aggressive. If they get down to that number and they can't sell it, like you already say me like, whoo.
I dodged the bullet.
Like, thank you for not accepting my offer because we were low enough. So the market still don't want it.
Oh yeah, he to sleep. I can hear it now. Well, Ty said it was Kiss deal. This
yeah,
some,
yeah.
Man, this is Ty fault.
You got to have a little flexibility, guys. Hey, you got to have a little flexibility. Like, okay, I see that it still didn't sell, and they dropped it all the way down to my number, and it's still sitting there. You should be like, whew. Like, we was wrong on that. It still ain't cheap enough. It's still, and that'll happen. That will happen.
Oh yeah, it will.
It's gonna happen when you get offers accepted. Once we die, this is what I encourage you guys to do. If you're gonna work, if you already have in your mind you're gonna work with me, don't put it on the contract first and then send it to me. No. Send it to me once they say, hey, you ever said, then the agent may have already sent you. Don't sign it yet.
No,
let us take a deep dive into it. We'll use investor base. We'll look and see what buyers are paying. Then like, oh yeah, this works. Or no, this still ain't cheap enough. You know what I'm saying? Or it may be the condition of it. Once we dive into it and really look at, because sometimes you got them onesies, we're really at a disadvantage. You know what I'm saying? Right. So we got to dive deeper. But the thing about it, we've started the right negotiation, Chevy. Tori, we started the right negotiation. You're talking about price on the end where we need to be, not on the other end when they're asking 190, they're asking 200, but they're at 190. No, we offer 100 and they counted at 130. No, we're on the deep end now where we need to be.
Right.
Close to where we at. Close to where we need to be.
Which brings us to Clayton Badu is asking, hey guys, what's good? I did the KISS method and also turns to realtor. Cash offer wasn't the number I wanted, but she's open to terms. I would like for you to take a look at it if possible.
That's what we're here for, man.
Oh yeah.
Let's see here. Gemini Ways now. I'm no Texan, but the barbecue can't be beat. It doesn't compare to Texas. I'm to Memphis. Next question. Okay. I don't want to read the rest of it.
He said he only wants to Texas. Oh wow.
Come on, man. Gemini Way, we're not having that.
That's established first. You're spelling it wrong. So saying Glorilla is Glorilla, ain't it?
Glorilla.
Yeah, Glorilla. G-L-O-W.
You got no TikTok. Come on,
Rilla. And then just Google it and be amazed.
Come on now.
Jamming is everybody's grandma now. She ain't worried about no. First, I got to my girl.
What in the world is Gorilla? So we're trying to settle down that rabbit hole.
I gotta show for jamming now. Like
Texas is known for steaks. Texas is known for steaks. That's what they known for.
It is.
Yes, Texas is known for their steaks. Yeah.
Barbecue.
Yeah, I forgot about Ja.
I go years at a time when I eat steak. That ain't my thing.
Really? Okay. You like seafood?
Yeah, I love some seafood. And I remember I was at a closing one time. I can't think what the lady's name was, but anyway, we was just sitting there chit-chatting, waiting on man to bring money. And we got on to I said, well, I'm going. I don't know how it came up, but I said I was going to go to somewhere to eat or whatever. And the lady said, she said, what you going to have there? It sounds like that's going to be good. I said, yeah, you want to come with me? She said, nah, I can't. But I told her what I was going to have, some blah, 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 shrimp. She said, "Oh, I can eat my weight in some shrimp."
I don't even know why people don't like shrimp sometimes.
Hey, some people can't eat it. You know?
Yeah, they're allergic to it. Yeah.
Yeah, allergic to it. Yeah.
Eric Bowman, I have a seller in Alabama looking to cash out on an 8-plex. I need help with this one.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. What's up? Send it over.
Send it on, man.
You know what?
What you talking about, man? Hey, man.
Yeah.
And Lamarius is saying, tell Ty just sent the contract for that land for $12K.
So you're locking up at 12K.
Which one?
The one that was out there in
Was it the 2000 one?
The one for 1900?
Yeah. The one that was at 19. Yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll see what's up.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to no repairs or anything. So let's see. Okay. Anybody want a JV on the land deal?
Oh, that's my man. That's my man's his icon is vacant land. That's what's up. ALT.
Well, that's going to be an excellent resource, the land portal, now that they have the comps. I think that's
them boys doing some amazing things.
Cutting edge.
Yeah.
Okay, there'll be updated interview.
Yeah, LT. Of course, we're gonna work on it, man, for sure. Once you get it locked up, let me know.
All right. The one and only said, I sent an agent an offer for 45 on a 115K. He said that's not a real offer. Bye, Felicia.
That's what the agent said. That's funny.
That's what the agent said. Yeah, you're gonna all these everybody that's saying you're gonna get the rejection, you know, that's gonna happen with these agents.
Oh,
they're trying to get you up, you know. It's gonna happen. Okay. Sometimes they having these questions in the chat. Okay, let me go to Rashad Saunders. Made my offer with the KISS method, and the realtor stated, "Where is the rest of the offer?" Everybody's
so
go ahead.
Yeah. When that happens, they think you're an agent, right? So let me show you guys this really quick, since I'm glad you read that one. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we have some standard replies here on Zumps when you're making those offers, right? I love the activity out there, guys. I can't wait for you all to start, make some money here. A few of you all already have, but if you scroll all the way down to the bottom right here, this could be titled better, but whatever. So like that one right there. So they think you're an agent. When an agent makes a mistakes you as a realtor instead of a buyer. Again, you don't have to use exactly what I say here, right? Just a version of this, right? So thank you for your response. To clarify, we are actual buyers and prefer to work directly with listing agents. We're comfortable with you representing both parties in a neutral capacity, whether through a dual agency or as a transaction broker, intermediary, or a simple arrangement allowed by your brokerage. Please initiate the contract based on our written offer. Thanks. If they don't get that, they can catch a fire. Because they are word.
Quick question, Chevy. Did you look at that property and you want to share the one that's in New Jersey? I know that you were probably interested in.
Oh yeah, my thing is it's still up.
Go.
Want to show it? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, right.
All right.
It say active, but then when I go down, it was listed for $369 and then removed. So it was listed for like a month and a half and then removed, but it's still saying active though.
Mm-hmm. And they started out at
369.
369.
Okay.
For 220.
So see that we would have offered. Well, we'd have probably been at one. No, we would have probably been right at that 220 woman.
Yeah, that's why they mentioned that.
Yeah, that was the offer.
Yeah,
that's why she had mentioned that.
Times 60%. Yeah, we right there. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, because that's what she was saying is that she offered that. He didn't accept it, but now he put it back out at 220.
Yeah, now sometimes what they'll do is now, and we can't do nothing about this. They've already had somebody to make an offer better than what it was. Still a quote unquote aggressive offer, or they'll call it a low ball offer, but ours was even more. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes that's gonna. But a lot of times we ain't even gonna know all of that, and you can't worry about it. But somebody you offered 200 and somebody else offered 230. Okay, so but they were asking I don't know 400. I don't know what the number is, but and so okay, so we ain't nobody gonna pay this, so we need to roll with this or whatever. So, but the only thing that we may have advantage of is we're going to pay that full commission. They might still push us though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Chevy. I'm sorry, not Chevy. Gemini Ways. You need to look up Glorilla.
Yeah, my boy said they in all 50. Wait a minute. So my boy, okay. So we have a few states with nothing on the site at the moment. On the site at the moment because they are out of season, but we're still tracking all 50 states. Boom.
Nice.
Yeah. So Parcel Fair, just tell them Flip Main sent you.
All right.
They'll offer you a discount.
Yeah, because he could be using it too. Because Soldier, he's into vacant land. If he wants to go into that tax delinquent area.
But each state is different. Each state is different. You have to understand the process.
Yep.
See where the opportunities lie.
Because the gentleman that was on Instagram, he said that was helpful. That's because you had stated that in Alabama you have to fill out a form to get on the list. So he didn't know that. I guess he was just trying to circumvent that. But that's the reason why they're ignoring it.
Again, you still can circumvent it by trying to reach out to the person that still has quote unquote redemption rights. They technically don't, but they still do. Most people don't know that. According to the lady, she's there. As long as nobody bought it, they can still come back and get it. They can still have to pay this bread. You know what I'm saying? They can still come back and get it.
Yeah, that redemption period. I mean, in Louisiana, it's tax lien, so typically it's 3 years.
Wow.
See,
so basically with these tax delinquent, you could pay the taxes off, have the paperwork, and somebody could come back and pay it off and get it back
with interest. Yeah.
So that's the reason you do the quiet lien. I mean,
no. The quiet title comes into play when you actually do buy the tax deed. Now, once you get in Alabama, if you purchase that tax deed, ain't no coming back.
Right.
Ain't no coming back.
Okay.
Right. Okay. And so if it's in a tax lien or tax certificate state, they can still redeem it with interest. So you have entire companies that'll come in and they'll buy hundreds, sometimes thousands of properties. They just want the interest that comes with it. Right? Mm-hmm. They don't have any intent on keeping the property. They just want the interest that comes when people come back to redeem it. Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
Day Darden question. The seller is asking 165. We offered 94. They turned it down. Do I move on? Because the man said he's waiting to see what his sister will say, but he said he don't think she's going to go for the 94K. I know it's more than the kiss, and she's providing the address.
Yeah. You should be Dave. You should be around 82 or so. It's not that far off, but that's normally your money. Like that additional 12,000 is your money, right? Now we would have to dive deeper into the property, and I will do it for you. What's the address?
This one is 1612 South 49th Street. And that's in Temple, Texas. Right there. Yeah.
Look at here. Oh, it's not listed. Okay, cool. All right. So Is this outside of Dallas or whatever?
She wants to know should she move on because I guess he wants to talk to his sister about. He
No,
turned her
no.
down and then he want to talk to his sister.
No, that's fine. You know, you got one thing you got to have in this real estate game is patience. If nothing else, that's going to be your strongest asset. Patience. Being consistent at consistent, being patient at being patient. Now we're in Texas, so I'm gonna have to rig this one up.
I mean, we could look it up on PropStream.
Well, yeah, I guess we could. Yeah, to speed up the process. Do I have that one open? And I don't. Let's see here. We'll look it up on PropStream, then I'll just show you how to try to finagle it on Zillow too. Also runs. All right, so boom, 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 and boom. So let's just look at MLS. So zoom out. What year is this? 1960. What is that? 1955. So all of these are in play. What's the square footage? 1064. So I'm gonna get rid of this one. So our average is about 90. Well, let me see. And I'm gonna get rid of this one here. Those are just rentals. So these are the two sales. So your average is around a 180 on this property, right? So you get it for 95. What was the condition of it? Let's see. This it?
Yes.
Let's look at the street. All right. What is that? A church? What is that? Let me see.
Church. Yeah.
St. Paul United Methodist Church.
Sunday
at 10 a.m. Service at 11. What's the pastor name?
They switch out pastor, so we won't put his name on there. Okay.
Let me see. No, wait a minute. My boy ain't on that. What are you doing? Anyway, so looks like a decent street. You know, a little quiet area. I'm okay. Cool house right there. All right. Yeah. So yeah, 95 would probably work. We don't know the condition, assuming that it's livable. 95. It's only like 1,000 square feet or so. Yeah, and that would probably work. Yeah, for sure.
That'll work.
Hey, Chevo.
He's on the phone.
He on the phone again? Okay.
Yeah, okay. The real Terry has a question. When she sends an offer to an agent and then that agent sends her back a different form for the offer, how do you review their paperwork that the agent has sent you?
I said it again.
Basically, she's sending an offer. The agent is sending back a different sheet that she wants her to fill out for the offer, a different offer sheet.
Yeah, that's normally a good sign. Hopefully, it's like, you know, the agent is, you know, understanding. Number one, you know, you want them to act as in a dual agency capacity or transaction broker or intermediary, depending on the state. So I don't know what's the document you sent. They sent back to you, but that's a good sign. Let me just say that. Normally.
Oh, I missed Soul Soldier's question. He said, my goal is to make 5 offers every 5 days, 5 days a week on land. Is there a quicker, systematic way to find deals working a 9 to 5 on land?
Well, yeah, you're gonna well, the great thing well, I don't think that really made a difference, but I like when time changed, we got longer daylight hours or whatever. So, you know, you're like just like people, you work your 9 to 5, you get off work and you going to work a janitorial job, or you're doing some type of customer service, or doing Uber or Uber Eats, or what the other one called, Grubhub, or
DoorDash.
DoorDash, something like that. So that's your gig. You know, you getting off and you're about to start pounding out these cold calls or whatever, you know. That's going to be the least expensive way of doing it. Now, you got a little bread, you can hire a VA to do it. and out of consequence, and I ain't did it yet because I'm still trying to get my numbers approved. But I see how, well, I ain't gonna get into that. But now you can do direct mail. That's more expensive or whatever. Chevy definitely is proof that text messaging is possible. And I really started to understand that now. Something else I'm trying to do or whatever. I had to understand that to get. So I see how it's been done. And so there were some options out there. So you're gonna have to do something extra or whatever to apply.
Texting. You know what I'm realizing, Todd, because I love cold calling, and I realized that the time that I spent to cold call 100 people, I could text 100,000 people in that same time frame.
Technically.
So, but don't get me wrong, both ways work. Both ways work.
You have to go with what your resources will allow. Yeah.
Ways work. I've really, because I spent like 5 or 6 years cold calling. I've never ever really texted before. Like, that's how crazy it's been. And then out of nowhere, I fell in love with texting.
Yeah.
And
the response rate is going to be so much higher.
Man, I sit here and I read all of them, and I just laugh. I just pretend like I'm still calling people, just eating up the nose. But yeah,
EJ88 wants to know: does half the commission come from our assignment to the agent?
Not half. Typically, the difference if there's missing commission, pretty much. So we make up the difference.
And the question that Desiree, she said she stepped away from the computer when we were talking about her property, and we definitely don't want her to go back in with the same price, even though she offered it $220.
Yeah, you offered $220, and that's what they paid for it. So that one is going to be a little bit of a toss up because they're going to want their money back. And at $220, and it's, I mean, granted they listed it before at $369 and nothing didn't happen. So that's typically right around the.
Well, but we've shown, hey, they will take less. Sometimes
get some of their money back.
You might have some gambling debt. You might have some gambling debt that they need to pay off.
I think you should call the seller again and pick their brain and see what's going on. I think that's a first start to it. Because like I said, it was listed at $369 and then it was removed, but it still say active. So we got to figure out what's going on with that listing. So you might want to reach out.
Jaquan King is saying that sent about 6 offers today using your template, just waiting to hear back. Good job for taking action, Jaquan King. And then Kelly Rich wants to know, what do you use to text? Chevy.
Kelly, we use Go High Level. So everything is done inside of Go High Level. Our documents, text in, email confirmations, tasks, hiring, everything through Go High Level.
Okay, that was the last question. Okay, that's.
We completed all the questions?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Got them all?
All right, T-Dog. Proud of you, man.
I'm in this thing, man.
We was about 30, 45 minutes behind.
We were in this thing. But it's a lot more people that's joining us now, which is a good thing.
Yeah. We getting some traction again. Hey, look, y'all need to do me a solid, man. Go to your boy page, Instagram, YouTube. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Increase that viewership, man.
Let's go.
But yeah.
All right. Well, I guess just 2 hours.
It's 2 hours, man. Tori, when they said halfway in, I'm like, what the hell? Yeah.
It was halfway, but it was halfway.
Yeah, we were at it out. No. We got to do better. I think we need to cap off about an hour and a half.
Especially when people, sometimes a person will follow up a question that they asked previously. So you want to answer the person.
Hey, y'all gonna have to get in the group, man. We can't be spent. Hey, come on, get over there in the community, get all this stuff answered.
Get all your questions answered.
Yeah, we're gonna have to cap this out. But yeah, but we were having a good time. It didn't seem like two, so I guess we were. Hopefully, everybody got some help, and I got smarter today. I feel like I did. And but anyway, so we'll be back on
Friday.
On Friday, and she'll be back tomorrow night also for Flipping North 339.
Friday, I'm going to the beach, man.
You'll be here. Okay,
I might be to the beach, man. You know what? Depends on the weather. We'll see. Nah, we good. We back on Friday.
All right.
I'm gonna start joining you on the Thursday nights too. See what's up with it, for sure.
All right, cool. All right, so boom. So appreciate everyone that joined us again. Make sure you like, share, follow. If you subscribe, then you need to get some. Well, I would hope you would get someone else to subscribe to. Hey, learn some stuff, man. I think that's it. I don't know what else to say.
And hit The Real Chevy everywhere at The Real Chevy, 318-588-7134.
There it is.
Holler at me.
Boom. All right. Well, thanks, guys, and we will see you on FLIP SID.
Flip man, it's the flip man. You want some money in your hand? Flipping houses without credit or your cash. Get that bag.